What's up guys, Meredith with ExtremeTerrain.com, and today we are checking out the MagnaFlow Street Series catback exhaust system fitting all 2012 and newer 4-liter Toyota 4Runners. Now if you want to add some more character to your 4-liter but you prefer a classic appearance when it comes to your exhaust, this system is worth looking at. With styling in mind, this will serve as a great replacement to a factory system if yours is on its last leg, and while this will give the 4Runner a better street presence, the volume will be moderate and noticeable, but not uncomfortable. For that, I am going to give this a 3 out of 5 on the loudness meter, with 1 being stock and 5 being Wake the Neighbors Loud, putting the system right in the middle. This system has a bunch of notable features, but one you can't ignore is the clean appearance that this will offer for the 4Runner, being a step up from factory without being too flashy. Now the sound will also make a huge difference for your 4-liter, having a deep and rich tone without a lot of raspiness in those high RPM ranges, and will keep a pretty comfortable interior for those longer rides. Now that is a direct result of the Street Series straight through style muffler, increasing that flow that the factory system did a good job tying up, which will only help with your 4Runner's efficiency. Now this has a no-frill yet quality design to it, with a 2.5-inch main piping, which is the same size as factory, yet the muffler and the mandrel bed construction will help with smooth airflow. Now it will also have a great rust resistance to it, made of a 304 stainless steel construction, so it's going to hold up much better than lower quality materials like the factory steel. Now on the back is where you're getting that sporty appearance out of this system, with the 304 stainless steel 4-inch polished double wall angle cut rolled edge tip, which gives it a very sharp look, and if you prefer it for a clean look, this is also going to be welded on compared to bolted on with a clamp. This system will cost you about $1,100. Compared to other single rear exit systems, so this is going to be a bit pricier, and one of those reasons that it is the high grade stainless that's used in this build that will hold up well to really any climate that you pair with it. This also has the benefit of the muffler being tuned for that aggressive yet mild sound, making it a great choice if you're looking for that mid-range volume out of a quality system. Install will be a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and should only take you about 3 hours to get the job done with the right tools and setup. At this point though, we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how this is installed step by step on our 4Runner. So that is going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into it.
For this install, you need a 3/8 impact, 3/8 extension, 15mm socket, 14mm swivel socket, exhaust hanger tool, and a type of grease. All right, today we're gonna be installing an exhaust on our 4Runner, but first we're gonna watch a quick video how to install the sock system, and then we'll come back here to install the new one.
So our first step is to unbolt our tailpipe from our muffler pipe. We have 2 14mm bolts on that flange that we need to remove, and then 1 hanger on our tailpipe to completely remove it. Now this one might be a little bit hard to see, but we're gonna have to go over our track bar and take our 14mm socket to remove our bolts. Next, we can come about 1 foot behind the end of our tailpipe, and we have 1 hanger right up here. It's going to be a little hard to see, but we'll get our exhaust hanger remover and pop that out of our isolator. Now with our tailpipe free, we can wiggle it out of the way. Next, we can start working on our muffler pipe. Now we have 2 hangers towards the front by our flange that we can pop out first. So we'll grab an exhaust hanger tool to pop those isolators off. And next we can grab the one on the front side of our muffler. And then we can throw that back on to our rod. Next, we can come up to our flange and remove these 2 14mm spring bolts. So we'll grab a 14mm socket to pop these out. Now we can come back behind the muffler and remove our 2 last hangers. Now it's going to be a good idea to grab a buddy to go back to the flange to hold that, because once we remove these 2 hangers, the whole piece is going to fall. So we'll grab our exhaust from hanger remover tool, pop these out. And then remove our pipe. And now with our hangers removed, we can remove our muffler pipe.
All right, before we install our new system, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some grease and go along to all of our isolators and just grease up where the hangers will go through, just to make the installation a little bit easier. We're gonna take some grease, go like that, and you just do that for the rest of the isolators through the system. All right, so now we're gonna take our front pipe with our flange, we're gonna put it on our hanger first, and then we're just gonna loosely thread in our spring bolts just to hold it in place. All right, now we can put our muffler up. First thing we're gonna do, we'll put our clamp over our front pipe, and we're gonna take our muffler, put our 2 rear hangers in, here and here, and then we will put our front hanger in. All right, next we're going to put our pipe that goes over our axle on. First thing we're gonna do is put our clamp over our flange part here that will go over the muffler. Now this is gonna be hard to see, but this is gonna fish over the axle, over the frame into the stock, where the stock system went. So you just gotta put it up there, twist it around, then you can slide it onto the muffler. All right, so we have our last section now with our tip on it. So we're gonna grab our last clamp, put it over our pipe. We will put it into our hanger here first, and then slide over the pipe that went over the axle. All right, now we're gonna go and start tightening everything, starting at the front, working our way backwards and adjusting while we go. All right, we're gonna start tightening our front flange. Now you can tighten it with the same thing that you took it off with the impact, extension, and 14mm swivel. Our threads are pretty worn out, so I'm just gonna be a little gentle and just use a ratcheting wrench. All right, now we're gonna go to the front of our muffler, grab our clamp, put it where you want, and then grab our impact and 15mm socket and tighten it down. All right, now on the pipe after the muffler, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to hold this up in the back over the axle just to get it adjusted where you want, and then you can tighten down your clamp. All right, and then we have our last clamp for our tip section. So we're just gonna slide it into place, do any minor adjustments that you want, and then grab our impact and 15mm socket, tighten it down. All right, and that wraps it up for our MagnaFlow Street Series catback exhaust system for our 2012 to 2024 4-liter 4Runner. And remember, for everything 4Runner, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.